Good morning, everyone. Coming outside into Ladybug's garden to take a quick peek on what's going on. We have some new additions to the garden. We have our scarlet boar kale that my daughter loves for making kale chips, so we added those in yesterday. But everybody got a drink of fish fertilizer yesterday. So here we have our Brussels sprouts. We have our all-season broccoli here. We have our 1,000 head kale here. This one was not doing too well, but it's funny that when I watered it yesterday with the fish fertilizer, it perked right on back up. Here we have our collards. As you can see, their leaves are starting to push through. Oh, a moth has landed in. Let's try and get him out. Gone somewhere now, little moth. Hold on, y'all. My apologies for that, folks. Moth didn't want to seem to leave. So here we have our second raised bed. We have our kale that we added in yesterday. We have our cabbage over here. We're growing in 4 spots, our cabbage. Here we have some green onions that we stuck in here. This is my first year growing cauliflower, so hopefully we'll be able to get some good heads on those. We have our collards that are pushing through. And we also have marigolds that are sprouting throughout the bed. I'm just gonna add a pop of color. There's one right there, one here, and one back here. So this is raised bed number 2. I'm gonna make sure that's back on there. Coming around to raised bed number 3 is where we have our bush beans, some more green onions. We have our collard stalk. As you can see, we have all of the marigolds that are starting to pop up. This one's leaning over a little bit. We're gonna stand that one right on up. All of the empty spots, I planted more bush beans because the other ones didn't do too well. Like this one, for example, its leaves have been eaten, so I'll replace that one later on today. But our other beans look like they're doing pretty well. Move this out the way so you guys can see. Back here we have our experiment. We are growing potatoes from seed. This variety is called Clancy potatoes. I found this Siberia tomato. It grows in the winter. And let's see, on the back here, let's see, full sun, medium water, 3 to 7 ounce fruit size, 40 to 60 days of maturity, and the harvest is late summer, winter. So I may have found a tomato that I can grow during the winter, and if this one works out, I will be able to grow tomatoes all year long here in zone 10B. I also have my seedlings out here. I have it covered up by this shade cloth here. But here we have our lettuce that's growing. We have some Swiss chard and Bariche chard that's growing. We have some bok choy. And back here, we have some callaloo. This is my first time growing it, so I'll let you guys know how that does. And here we have some cilantro, we have some basil, and we have purple collards, we have southern greasy collards, and we have Willis collards. So those are our seedlings that we have growing. And some of those seedlings are going to go in raised bed number 4 and here in raised bed number 5. This is my basil that's been growing all season long. I decided to keep it. And this is my tomato plant. This is a pineapple tomato plant, and I was going to pull it up, but it started showing signs of growth as I was cleaning out all the raised beds, and I decided to leave it. So we'll see if we can get maybe another harvest off of this plant. Probably not, but you know, hey, that's the world of gardening. You experiment and see what happens. And I'm going to be overwintering my strawberries. This will be the first time that I'm overwintering strawberries. And as you can see, we have a couple trying to come in. So hopefully we'll get we'll get a couple of more strawberries before the cold snap comes in. Also, in this bed, raised bed number 4, as I was freshening up the soil to put in the tomato plant, this bed is filled with baby grubs. So I have ordered some beneficial nematodes to go in all of the beds actually, but this bed in particular, since I'm going to be planting in this bed really soon. Hopefully the nematodes will come in by this weekend, and I'll be able to treat this bed and all of the other beds. Here in my metal raised bed, I am growing sweet potatoes. This is my first year growing sweet potatoes, and I planted these slips on August 5th. When they were planted in, it was new soil, chicken manure, blood meal, bone meal, and this is as far as they've grown. Yesterday they got some more fish fertilizer, they got some more blood meal and bone meal, and it's probably too late to be able to get any sweet potatoes by Thanksgiving. But definitely next year I will be starting the slips much earlier so that I can guarantee we can have some sweet potatoes by Thanksgiving. But these are, I feel, a bust. They should be farther along than this if I would have planted them earlier. So probably this weekend I will pull these out and just plant my potatoes here. But that is our quick tour of Ladybug's garden. These are just some of the things that are growing here. The seedlings need a couple of more weeks to get up some size so I can put them in the last 2 beds, and hopefully the beneficial nematodes will have killed off the grubs living in the beds. I'm going to be resowing some more bush beans and all of the empty spots where the other ones didn't germinate. And we're just going to keep on going and pushing through, and I'm glad that I've built these covers to keep the white cabbage moth out so that my leaves will be protected from the cabbage loopers. So I found these 4 tomato buds, so we might get 1 harvest. I will keep you guys posted on their growth. And as always, thank you for watching. Please be sure to click the like and subscribe button, and we will catch you guys in the next video.